Here's Deborah Rodriguez.
President Trump sat down with Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit in Japan today. CBS's Stephen Portnoy is in Osaka.
It was their first face-to-face meeting since the Mueller report detailed the extent of Russian interference in the 2016 election. When a reporter asked if he'd urged Russia not to meddle again in 2020, the president turned to Vladimir Putin and made a show of it. The moment came amid a full day of meetings for the president here in Osaka, during which he was seen shaking hands with and even fist-bumping several of his foreign counterparts.
Almost 30 years after the Americans with Disabilities Act was passed, a CBS News investigation finds Braille is often inaccurate at many public buildings and private ones, too. Correspondent Steve Dorsey.
In Washington, D.C. alone, CBS News Radio discovered incorrect or missing Braille at a branch of the D.C. Public Library, the National Park Service's FDR Memorial, and City Hall. It follows similar complaints by blind Americans across the country to the Department of Justice Disability Rights Office about Braille at other public buildings, restaurants, and even hospitals.
Have a dog? There's a new warning about pet food and heart disease. Live to CBS's Wendy Gillette.
The warning is from the FDA. The agency is investigating if dogs' diets could be tied to canine heart disease. The FDA just put out a list of 16 different pet food brands most frequently identified in more than 500 cases.
It's a dog's life, and it's filled with adventure.
That's an ad from McCanna, the brand at the top of the list. The next two are Signature and Taste of the Wild. Deborah?
7 years after she died, new music from Whitney Houston. Whitney's cover of Steve Winwood's 1986 hit, just released this morning. She recorded it in 1990. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Pros do it right by relying on trusted brands to get the job done. Lowe's is here to help with more of those brands in stock, like DeWalt. We stock the largest in-store selection of DeWalt power tools and accessories of any national retailer. Shop July 4th savings and get a DeWalt 20-volt max 2-tool combo kit for just $179. And save $10 on a DeWalt Tough Grip 27-piece steel hex shank screwdriver bit set now for just $9.98. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 7/3 U.S. only.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax, we buy all the cars.
Good luck getting a room at a new fast food-themed hotel.
Reservations opened yesterday for the Taco Bell Hotel and Resort in Palm Springs, California. It opens in August. All 70 available rooms were taken in just 2 minutes' time. Rooms started at $169 a night with Taco Bell-inspired art, a gift shop full of Taco Bell clothing and memorabilia, and what's billed as a high-end restaurant with Taco Bell-inspired dishes, including a grilled chicken Caesar salad with croutons made of Mexican rice, and chicken marinated in Taco Bell nacho fries spices. There's even a lounge inspired by Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Jim Chenevey, CBS News.
Caroline Kennedy says it was the perfect expression of her mother's romantic and adventurous spirit. She's put Jackie O's estate on Martha's Vineyard up for sale for $65 million. The late former First Lady bought it for just $1 million in 1978. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Did you know that the IRS is getting more aggressive these days? They're using private agencies to track you down and even started taking away passports. Don't wait. If you owe more than $10,000, take advantage of the Fresh Start Initiative, a program in place that can help you now. You can save thousands and possibly have your taxes forgiven. Join the thousands of taxpayers who've made the call to get protection from IRS collections. Call the experts at Oxford Tax Partners now about the Fresh Start program. If you qualify, it'll stop the IRS collection agencies from coming after you. Let the IRS negotiation experts at Oxford Tax Partners get you protected once and for all. Call the hotline now at 800-575-1919. That's 800-575-1919. There's help for those of you who owe $10,000 or more, but it's important that you take action before these programs change. Call the tax experts at Oxford Tax Partners for a free consultation now at 800-575-1919. 800-575-1919. That's 800-575-1919.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. 7 minutes after 6 o'clock. We have 65 degrees as our feet hit the floor on this Friday morning. We do want you to enjoy the day with us. We got lots to talk about. Brendan Crane has local news coming up in just a second, but first things first, we got to check out the birthdays for the weekend. So let me get the birthday music up here, and we'll talk about it. Today, so far, we know that Tammy Baxter has a birthday. It's Jeremy Thornton's birthday. We have Amber Walker. Jayla Walker is turning 8. Walker Moore with a birthday. Ruby Carver. Tucker Garrett is 7. Willard Thompson Jr. is 69. We have William Alton Abston, who is 90 today. Chase Armstrong is 32. Donna Hayes. Donnie Jones from your mama, wishing you a happy birthday, Donnie. Melinda Sanders is 44 today. Jody Ford is 35. And let's see here, we've got one anniversary couple. That is Adam and Michelle Nunn. It's their 16th anniversary today. Big congratulations to each of you. And, of course, we have a lot for the weekend, too, so hang on for that. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. Now, we have Jeff Eno working at the Weather Channel saying we could have more of those pop-up afternoon showers this afternoon.
Limited rain opportunities today on into tonight. Seasonably hot temperatures. Now we will work in mostly sunny skies. Look for some early patchy fog. Stray shower thunderstorm could kick up some gusty winds and also some heavy rain. We'll run it up into the low 90s tonight. Slight chance for shower thunderstorm. Mostly clear, upper 60s. Tomorrow brings the sunshine. Afternoon high to the low 90s. Same story for our Sunday to finish out the weekend. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
We got a little bit of rain yesterday. It looked kind of rough for a little while around here, but as far as what the rain gauge total is, 3/100s, 0.03. Northeast winds at a couple of miles an hour, 99% humidity. Pressure's up at 3019 and 65 on the thermometer this morning. We're at 6:09, and Brendan Crane is going to return with local news next.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Riley Dental Group, a group of dedicated and highly trained dentists who are committed to you and your family's dental health. Dr. Matthew Riley, Dr. Amy Norris Cassidy, and Dr. Jim Thurman. 3 professionals who encourage and facilitate excellent dental care. With the latest in technology, Riley Dental Group offers sedation dentistry for many procedures. They are the well-established source for dental implants in this area, which has changed so many patients' lives. Of course, dental care begins with hygiene. The dental hygienists at Riley Dental Group keep your teeth clean and coach you as you take care of your teeth at home. Commit to taking better care of your dental health. Get the Riley Dental Group on your side today. Call 651-5939. That's 651-5939 and get started. Riley Dental Group, 101 State Avenue in Glasgow.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. Kentucky State Police is investigating an officer-involved shooting in Warren County. Police responded to the scene shortly after 10 a.m. yesterday. They say it was located near the 4,000th block of Louisville Road in Bowling Green. According to police, a Warren County deputy jailer was supervising a work detail in the area when an unknown man approached the work detail. Bowling Green police assisted the deputy jailer after he asked for assistance, quote, due to the male's conduct and actions. When police arrived, the unknown person threw a large rock at the police cruiser. Police say he picked the rock up again and approached the deputy jailer, who fired 1 round from his handgun. Police say the man was not shot, but he ran to the edge of a bridge overpass and jumped to the ground below. The man was transported to the medical center in Bowling Green and was treated for minor injuries. Bowling Green police arrested and charged him with assault 2nd degree, criminal mischief 1st degree, fleeing or evading police 1st degree on foot, wanton endangerment 2nd degree, disorderly conduct 2nd degree, resisting arrest, public intoxication, and assault 3rd degree of a police officer. Detectives with Post 3 continue their investigation into the shooting incident. Police did not provide the suspect's name, and no further information is available at this time. The Warren County Sheriff's Office say deputies responded to a collision yesterday just before 6:30 a.m. Officials say the accident occurred at the intersection of Kentucky Highway 101 and Highway 1297. Upon arrival, deputies found that a 2010 Toyota truck driven by Charlene Thomas, 42 of Barron County, had been traveling on Highway 1297 and pulled out into the intersection in front of a 2003 Volkswagen driven by Carlos Gaddis, 42 of Allen County, who had been traveling down Highway 101. Gaddis was flown to Skyline Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. Thomas was transported to the medical center. An investigation is ongoing. The Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch say they arrested a Pulaski County man Wednesday. Rex A. Doan, 34, was arrested on charges related to child sexual exploitation. Doan was arrested as the result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect communicating with a juvenile online, exchanging illegal files, and meeting the juvenile for illegal sexual acts. The investigation resulted in the execution of a knock-and-talk at a residence in Somerset on June 26th. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to KSP's forensic laboratory for examination. The investigation is ongoing. Doan is currently charged with 1 count of prohibited use of an electronic communication system to procure a minor. This charge is a Class D felony punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison. Doan was lodged in the Pulaski County Detention Center. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was a fire yesterday morning around 11:27 a.m. Officials say the fire happened around 174 East Love Knob Road. The East Barron Fire Department, Hinesville Fire Department, Glasgow Fire Department, and Barron Metcalf EMS responded, and there was an accident with injury yesterday just after 7:30 p.m. The accident occurred near Tompkinsville Road and Roy Lee Humes Road. The Glasgow Police Department and Barron Metcalf EMS responded. The Area Infrastructure Committee will meet in regular session Monday at noon. The meeting is at the Department of Public Works conference room. The public is permitted to attend any public meeting, including this one. We have 6:15, 65 degrees. Straight ahead, more of the news you can depend on, WCLU.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
The 65th Annual Barron County Fair is underway at the Temple Hill Fairgrounds. Talk about an action-packed week. All your favorites like unlimited carnival rides with paid admission, pageants for all different ages, the ever-popular KTPA truck and tractor pull, demo derby on Saturday night, the pet show, livestock events, floral haul, and so much more. The Temple Hill Lions Club is proud to have been a fair sponsor for 65 years. Don't miss a day of it.
Summertime is vacation time. At Key 1 Hour Cleaners, we have our vacation scheduled from June 29th to July the 8th. We're telling you plenty early so you can plan for your dry cleaning needs to be met. Our customers are the reason why we've been open since 1988, and we don't want to inconvenience anyone. So get your dry cleaning into us as soon as possible. We'll be closed starting Saturday, June 29th, and reopening on Monday, July the 8th. And thank you for your business from the Catron family at Key 1 Hour Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
In more news this hour, an official says a Kentucky woman has fatally shot her younger sister. Pike County Deputy Coroner Zeb Hamilton told WKYT-TV that 16-year-old Gabrielle McCoy died Wednesday night from a gunshot wound. Hamilton says she was accidentally shot by her 18-year-old sister at her home in the Kemper community. Kentucky State Police said in a statement that the shooting happened while the firearm was being examined. Police said an investigation continues, but no foul play is suspected and no charges have been filed. Kentucky's governor and attorney general have fired insults at each other for years. Soon they'll do it while facing off at the state's premier political event, the Fancy Farm Picnic. Mark Wilson organizes the political speaking event and said on Thursday that Republican Governor Matt Bevin has confirmed he'll participate this year. Democrat Andy Beshear later tweeted that he'll attend, aiming his message at Bevin. Beshear wrote, quote, "See you there." Beshear, the state's attorney general, is challenging Bevin in the November election. Bevin is returning after skipping the last two Fancy Farm picnics. This year's picnic is set for August 3rd. The Western Kentucky event is the traditional start of the general election campaign season. The tradition features politicians trading insults on statewide television while enduring heckling from hundreds of partisans. A lawsuit challenging the use of Kentucky labor law to obtain the names of teachers who participated in sick-outs has been sent back to state court. U.S. District Judge Danny Reeves on Thursday returned the case to Franklin Circuit Court. The suit claims Governor Matt Bevin's administration unlawfully used labor law to seek the names and records of teachers. It stems from protests at Kentucky's capital that forced some schools to close. Attorney General Andy Beshear says he'll press the case to ensure no teacher is fined as a result of sick-outs. Beshear is challenging Bevin in this year's gubernatorial election. The case was shifted to federal court after a filing by Labor Cabinet attorneys. The cabinet says it's disappointed with the latest ruling and says it expects a fair and impartial review in circuit court. A Kentucky museum dedicated to the Corvette will soon have a new leader. The National Corvette Museum's board of directors has selected Sean Preston to serve as the museum's president and CEO. He will succeed the He will succeed the museum's longtime top executive, Wendell Strode, who announced his retirement last year. Preston has served as president of a nonprofit independent school in Oregon. Preston will assume full CEO duties on Monday at the museum. Museum officials say Strode will remain with the museum through January 3rd of next year. Officials say Preston is a Corvette enthusiast and has a 1954 Corvette and a 1972 Corvette in his car collection. We have 65 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
Looking to take the family out tonight? Well, come on in to Shogun Bistro and enjoy a $15 steak and chicken dinner combo every Thursday and Friday. Who's the greatest dad ever? Well, you are, because you have chosen wisely. Shogun Bistro, just off the square in Glasgow.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
It's the Kentucky News Network.
A man was shot and killed in an officer-involved shooting in Wolf County. It happened yesterday at a home near the Hazel Green community as Kentucky State Police were serving a search warrant. That's when a man confronted them with a gun. Henry Tolson was nearby and tells WCLU.
I think it's wrong. Nobody should draw on a cop. I know the cop is just defending himself.
No troopers were injured in the shooting. Victim's name has not been released. A newly tested rape kit links an Elizabethtown man to his second alleged sexual assault. 37-year-old Thaddeus Artis was first arrested in April after his DNA was found in a previously untested sexual assault kit from 2011. Now, Artis has been linked to another kit taken in 2014. He was already being held in the Hardin County Detention Center for the first sexual assault. Artis is now facing a second rape indictment. The Breeders' Cup will stay at its current location in Santa Anita.
Following a meeting of its board of directors, the Breeders' Cup announced its unanimous decision to hold the championship at the track in Arcadia, California on November 1st and 2nd of this year. This will mark the 10th time the event will be held at Santa Anita, the most of any host venue in the 36-year history of the Breeders' Cup.
That's KNN's Suzanne Duvall. Yesterday's decision comes amid safety concerns about the California track after 30 horses died either racing or training during a meet. And a Kentucky State Police trooper is recovering after being injured during a car chase. Trooper Adam Wright attempted to pull over a speeding car in McLean County when the driver fled. As Trooper Wright was following the suspect, he ran off the road and into an embankment. He suffered minor injuries. The suspect was eventually arrested. I'm Haley Hansen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
They have 267 laps to decide the issue tonight in the Quaker State 400.
Everybody wants to see how this is going to play out.
Be here for all the action with our 4-ticket deal. 4 tickets in our newly enhanced tower section for only $249, a savings of over $200. Join us for the Quaker State 400 presented by Walmart, July 13th. Visit KentuckySpeedway.com and get your tickets today. As in this day, like right now.
Another twist on an old scam. Don't fall for this new Publishers Clearinghouse scam. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO, Rihanna Smith Hamlin, has more.
Consumers are receiving phone calls saying they've won tons of money in a new car. All the consumer has to do is purchase a prize registration license. The scammer will end up with your bank or credit card information. Don't fall for it. For substantial winnings, the Real Publishers Clearinghouse will knock on your door. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News. It is 65 degrees at 6:24. In area funeral announcements this hour, Calvin Adwell, 95, of Cave City, died Wednesday at NHC in Glasgow. He was the widower of Dorothy Anderson Adwell, a member of the Northtown Baptist Church and a retired machine operator at Eaton's. Survivors include a daughter, Annetta Adwell of Cave City, and several nieces and nephews. The service for Calvin Adwell will be at 2 Sunday at Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel, burial in the Cave City Cemetery. Visitation begins Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. Pamela Jean Hunt, age 71, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. She was a member of the Cave City Christian Church, a Kentucky colonel, and former member of the Cave Country Lions Club. She was a graduate of Arlington High School in Indiana. Pam started her career by attending Indiana University and graduating as a medical assistant from Indiana Medical and Dental Technology School in 1968. She was employed at Caverna Hospital as an office manager and operating room tech for a number of years before becoming employed by the city of Cave City as the city clerk treasurer and a certified Kentucky municipal clerk, and later a Kentucky master municipal clerk. After Cave City became moist, she added another list as alcohol and beverage control administrator. Pam retired in 2012 and left her home of 45 years in Cave City and moved to Campbellsville to an American saddle-bred horse farm where she cared for 31 horses. In 2018, she moved in with her daughter and her family in Glasgow. Pam stated that she was blessed with many friends and family that loved and cared about her. Survivors include her daughter, Mindy Garman, a granddaughter, Haley Garman, and a grandson, Cameron Garman, all of Glasgow. The funeral service for Pamela Jean Hunt will be at 11 o'clock Saturday morning at Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel, burial in the Cave City Cemetery. Visitation begins at 4 p.m. this afternoon at the funeral home. Shirley Rice Walker, 67, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at her sister's residence in Glasgow. Shirley was a homemaker and of the Baptist faith. Survivors include two sons, Jeffrey Eldon Dugard and Nathan Branham, both of Glasgow, sisters Linda Netherton, Joanne Moore, Norma Wilson, and Bonnie Riley, all of Glasgow, and Peggy Bailey of Bowling Green, a brother, Timmy Riley of Glasgow, an aunt, Josephine Houchins of Glasgow. 7 grandchildren also survive. A memorial service for Shirley Rice Walker will be conducted at a later date and will be announced later by the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Claudine Tyler Glum, age 75, of Siegel, died Tuesday at Edmondson Center. She was a homemaker and a member of the Brownsville Missionary Baptist Church. Surviving are her husband, Ira Glum, a daughter, Carla Kinzer of Siegel, 3 sons, Jimmy Cole of Missouri, Jeff Cole of Indiana, and Ken Cole of Virginia, a stepson, Alan Glum of Los Angeles, 5 grandchildren, Wesley Cole, Wendy Ruff, Trevor Reynolds, Jonah Cole, and Megan Yoder, and 5 great-grandchildren. No services for Claudine Tyler Glum are scheduled. Visitation will be from 1 until 7 Saturday at Grayville Funeral Home. Expressions of sympathy can take the form of donations to the Edmondson Center Activities Fund of Brownsville. Stephen Morton Welburn, DMD, age 74, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at his residence. Dr. Welburn practiced dentistry for 47 years in the Barron County area. He was a graduate of the University of Kentucky's College of Dentistry and completed his undergraduate studies at Murray State University. He served as a Barron County magistrate for the 1st District from 1999 to 2006, was a member of the Far Off Broadway Players for many years, acting on stage and working on set construction, was a member of the First United Methodist Church, and worked with the Rotary Boy Scout Camp as a member of the Board of Directors. Steve was a major in the U.S. Army Dental Corps, serving at Fort Benning, Georgia, running the Children's Dental Clinic, and serving 1 term of duty in Vietnam. Following his discharge, he was a member of the Kentucky National Guard for a number of years. He is survived by his wife of 53 years, Sandra Harris Welburn, 3 children, Scott of Los Angeles, Sean of Chico, California, and Stacia of Wilmington, North Carolina. His mother, Jane Welburn. 4 sisters, Jane Wesley Kelly of San Antonio, Texas, Donis McLemore, Dawn Welburn of Madisonville, and Kim Dukes of Greenville. 3 grandchildren, Sienna and Zeta Weldon of Chico, California, and Lincoln Sylvester of Wilmington, North Carolina. Dr. Welborn requested cremation. There will be a private family celebration of life service on Sunday. Visitation will be on Saturday from 4 until 8 at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. The family wishes to thank the wonderful caregivers at T.J. Sampson Home Health and Hospice for all of their help and support during our time of need. The family requests memorial contributions can be made to the Community Medical Care of Glasgow or to the Rotary Boy Scout Camp or the charity of your choice. A celebration of life service for Renee Hoffman, age 65, of Glasgow, will be held at 11 o'clock Sunday at the Place Worship Center. A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home is assisting the family with those arrangements. Funeral service for Catherine Huddleston Parrish, 93, of Columbia, will be Saturday at 1 at Norris New Funeral Home, burial in the Burkesville Cemetery. Service for Debbie Davis, 54, of Cleveland, will be at 11 o'clock Saturday at the Patton Brownsville Chapel, interment to be in the Wingfield Church Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 11 o'clock. Service for James Lander J.L. Pruitt of Glasgow will be at 1 o'clock Saturday at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, burial to be in the Heistville Cemetery. Service for Barbara Jean Vaughn of Bowling Green will be at 11 o'clock Saturday at the Hardy and Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Funeral services for Margaret Jane Cassidy, age 79, of Glasgow, will be at 11 o'clock today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Funeral services for Brenda M. Wilkinson, age 68, of Burkesville, will be at 11 o'clock Friday at Norris New Funeral Home. Burial in the Stalkup Cemetery in Cumberland County. Service for Danny Ray Jagger, 66, of Munfordville, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Seagull Funeral Home, burial in the Center Point Cemetery. Service for Robert Philip Ward, 68, of Glasgow, will be today at 12 noon at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home, burial to be in the Pleasant Home Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary. Get ready to celebrate the 4th with savings from your Houchins IGA. Stock up store-wide. WCLU will be broadcasting live Friday afternoon from 4 until 6 as you prepare to make this the best Independence Day. Join us for special savings Friday afternoon live on WCLU.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by Key Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Summertime is vacation time. At Key 1 Hour Cleaners, we have our vacation scheduled from June 29th to July the 8th. We're telling you plenty early so you can plan for your dry cleaning needs to be met. Our customers are the reason why we've been open since 1988, and we don't want to inconvenience anyone. So get your dry cleaning into us as soon as possible. We'll be closed starting Saturday, June 29th, and reopening on Monday, July the 8th. And thank you for your business from the Catron family at Key 1 Hour Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Limited rain opportunities today on into tonight. Seasonably hot temperatures. Now we will work in mostly sunny skies. Look for some early patchy fog. Stray shower thunderstorm could kick up some gusty winds and also some heavy rain. We'll run it up into the low 90s tonight. Slight chance for shower thunderstorm. Mostly clear, upper 60s. Tomorrow brings the sunshine. Afternoon high to the low 90s. Same story for our Sunday to finish out the weekend. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU. Your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. The WCLU Constant Coverage Studio radar screen has the morning off. Some pop-ups yesterday afternoon gave us some shower and thunder shower activity in the neighborhood. We got about 3/100ths of an inch of rain in our rain gauge, but there certainly was a lot more going on around, and that might be the case again this afternoon. Depends on what cloud you wind up under, it looks like. Humidity is at 99%, northeast winds at a couple of miles an hour. Pressure's up at 3019. It's 66 WCLU. Weather brought to you by your friends at Key Cleaners, Happy Valley Road.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
sleep better than ever with up to 30% savings on every bedroom suite this week at Ford's Furniture, like a solid maple artisan imposed bedroom in a mink finish. Save up to 30% off or get up to 48 months no interest financing on the bedrooms of your dreams now at Ford's Furniture.
Sky with a fireworks display. Visit bghotrods.com for more information. Hot Rods Baseball. Fantastic.
634 WCLU. Next, we need to get talking about some of these honorees that we have for the weekend. We have some very special folks. Listen up so you can hear about friends, associates, co-workers, schoolmates who are celebrating today on this 28th day of June. It's Tammy Baxter's birthday. Jeremy Thornton is celebrating too. Amber Walker, Jayla Walker is 8. Walker Moore is having a birthday today too. Miss Ruby Carver. Tucker Garrett is 7 today. Willard Thompson Jr. is 69. William Alton Abston is 90. Mr. Chase Armstrong Chase is 32. Donna Hayes. Donnie Jones. Donnie, your mama called up to wish you a happy birthday today, sir. We've got Melinda Sanders. Melinda has a pair of 4s on the table, 44 for Melinda. Jody Ford is 35 today. And let's see here, anniversary-wise, it is Adam and Michelle Nunn, and it is the 16th for the Nuns today. Now, on Saturday, thus far, we know Miss Anna Edwards has a birthday. It's Faye Landrum tomorrow, William Green. Misha Hatfield, we understand, is going to be 36 on Saturday. Howard and Margie Simpson, a very nice couple, having an anniversary on Saturday. Then on Sunday, Mr. Kevin Werner celebrates. Ms. Denise Strader celebrates. Claudia Hatfield is 33. Edna Jones with a birthday on Sunday. And Mr. Terry Prophet, great fellow, Terry, is having a birthday on Sunday as well. And we have Mr. Marlon and Ms. Joyce Witcher. Marlon and Joyce Witcher with a wedding anniversary on Sunday. 651-9149. 800-956-1023. Online, a real simple click right here at WCLUradio.com. 6:36 still ahead. We are going to get into the archives here. We got, actually, it's kind of hard to believe we're in the process of wrapping up the month of June. Hard to believe, but we're getting ready for that right after this.
Billy Carver and Barry Claypool and everybody at Bud Greenup Realty want to thank you for your tremendous response to our auction of the Gus Morris Estate last Saturday. Your interest in the real estate and the personal property is very much appreciated. As Bud Greenup Realty works to establish their Glasgow office at 3100 North Jackson Highway, they really want to talk to you about the types of property you have an interest in, as well as property you need to sell. We can handle it. Call us at 678-2700 and we'll work out a plan to meet your needs. And yes, we even have another auction coming up of lakefront property on Saturday, July the 6th. 5 building lots and 4 acreage tracts to be sold. Listen for more information on this next opportunity from Bud Greenup Real Estate and Auction Company. Go online at budgreenup.com or call 678-2700.
66 degrees, WCLU. I've got a theme song over here for the archives. Yes, I do. Time for us to roll back things over the last 100 years and see kind of how we got here. That'll explain a whole lot. And we hope you'll hang on as we have a lot of things to wrap up. Sam Terry's going to join us. Let's have a pleasant day-starting conversation right after this from our sponsor, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Well, good morning, Sam Terry. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing very well. How are you, Henry?
I'm headed to the weekend. Like standing on the big diving board, heading into a really enjoyable weekend. And we've got Lots of fun stuff coming up to enjoy, and really looking forward to it. But let's see how the news was over the last 100 years. 1919, this was the day about telephone rates. And the headline reads, I mean, why not just be truthful in the headlines? This story in the Glasgow Republican says, telephone rates to be raised, period. Now, everybody read that one, wouldn't you think, Sam?
I think so.
General rates at Glasgow for telephone service beginning June the 1st will be as follows. Business Direct, $3 per month. Business Party, $2.50 per month. Residence Direct, $1.90 per month. Residence Party, $1.75 per month. Of course, many of us remember party lines around here, and it was quite the party. I think for 15 more cents, though, I'd rather just have a private residential phone than a party line. They did have business party lines, too, which I think that could be really difficult. 50 cents more if you want a private business line there. This is 1919, though, so think about how, how pioneering that was just to even have this stuff available, much less having to raise the rates a little bit there, Sam.
That is true.
1919. People get upset about rate hike no matter what it is or when it is. Let's go to 1929, wrap up the month of... Make sure I wrapped up. Yeah, we wrapped up 1919, so we're going to wrap up 1929. This is an advertisement. This is in the Glasgow Republican. Ice saves food. Let Kentucky Utilities Company deliver ice to your box. And also come in and look at our refrigerators. You can call the office at Kentucky Utilities by dialing 130. Or you can dial the plant at 189. So you could call the office, or you could actually call out there where they were, distributing the electricity if you had something to talk to them about out there, Sam. But
we have forgotten how far we've come.
Yeah, that's for sure. So it's interesting that the power company has always had the ability to, the requirement, the large amount of electricity it requires to make ice, they could do that. The power companies who have a great history of power companies selling ice around here. But now they're saying, well, you want to do it yourself? Come out and look at our refrigerators here at Kentucky Utilities. 1929. And I bet they weren't very energy efficient either, I might say. In 1929 also, this wraps up the day where Mr. Dewey Harden sold a lot on East Main Street known as the Jepson lot to the Stoll Oil Refining Company. The city council granted a permit to the Stoll Oil Refining Company to erect a filling station on the lot, and work will be starting in a few days. So, first of all, you got to have the lot. And second of all, they got the permit to build a gas station right there. Let's see, where was that address? The East Main, on East Main Street, the old Jepson lot. 1929. Is that one of the same people that Stoll Field was named after? The oil company. Do you know?
I believe it is.
Okay. Well,
At the University of Kentucky.
Yeah. All right, 1939, we've got a little bit of some actually trying to recover some loss here. This day in 1939, inventor asked $100,000 in royalties. Asking for an accounting of royalties estimated to exceed $100,000, and a judgment therefore, Otto M. Summers, a native Barron County inventor, has filed suit in Dayton, Ohio against General Motors Corporation. Wow. The suit is an outgrowth of the use by General Motors of a silver alloy switch contact, which was developed by Mr. Summers long before he entered the employment of General Motors in 1923. Another item and another of Mr. Summers' developments is that of the flare cap that's used in the manufacture of Frigidaire refrigerators. The status of these two inventions by Mr. Summers is under the terms of his employment contract, entirely independent of more than 100 patents and designs developed by Mr. Summers while in the employment of General Motors. Sounds like quite a smart fella, Sam.
It does indeed. Mr. Summers was from the high school community, and his family had a lovely home out next to the Maggard farm and adjoining the Winlock place and the Newberry farm. So they were all out there together, but he was a very creative fellow.
I wonder if he ever got made whole on that deal. Do you know?
I don't know.
We'll have to try to dig somewhere else and get that information. Sometimes these big companies, they keep that kind of stuff quiet. This day in 1939 also, John Young Brown, the Democratic candidate for governor, is going to speak at Tompkinsville on Monday, July the 3rd at 1:30 p.m. Carol Redford, who is Mr. Brown's chairman for Barron County, extends an invitation to join a motorcade which will journey over from Glasgow. Now, that could be an interesting trip from here to Tompkinsville in a motorcade. And follow along Mr. John Young Brown over there for his speeches to the folks of Monroe County.
That was a very spirited campaign year, and I will admit I've been reading ahead for July, and there's more about that particular campaign for governor coming and how it impacted Glasgow. So stay tuned.
I'm anxious to hear the kind of a little preview of what we have coming up in July. 1939 also this day, news out of Summershade was that little Miss Dorothy Wade, who has been visiting her grandparents and aunts near Temple Hill, returned to her home on Saturday and reported that she had a real good time. Mr. H.L. McMurtry is preparing to build a new house soon. Mrs. Walter Shirley and son, Teddy Cook of Watertown, are visiting Mrs. Shirley's mother, Mrs. W.H. Pettigo, this summer. As the news from Summershade, seems like we haven't had as much news like the little news nuggets from various communities there, but this one was a complete story out of Summershade from 1939. Visiting going on and building a new house and just stuff that you kind of need to know about if you're going to say, hey, I'm from Summershade. 1939, the headline reads, a valuable bag was a mix-up. All right, follow this story, Sam. After the sale of the Carl Thomerson home Monday afternoon, somebody entered the home and stole an alligator traveling bag that contained about $5,000 in bonds and valuables that included a new revolver, 3 fountain pens, and Mr. Thomerson's glasses. Quite the heist. At 7 o'clock, officers were called and the property described. The officers were furnished a description of a youth who had been seen about the place, and with this information started a search. At 9 o'clock, they visited the home from which the bag was stolen, and to their surprise, they found the traveling bag had been returned, with the exception of a revolver, the pens, and the glasses. About 10 o'clock, the officers found the boy who was suspected trying to sell the revolver. He was carried to Mr. Thomerson's, and he confessed to the theft. Since all the property had been returned, the boy was let go with only a lecture, and officers declined to furnish his name. So he got off pretty easy. Must have been like a really, really, really young boy who did this, Sam. Don't you think?
Possibly so. But an interesting news story, to say the least.
That's right. And the term...
Mr. Thomerson kept up with his belongings a little better.
Hey,
his house.
I sold the house, but hey, here's some other stuff. But he was keeping it. Hey, what do you expect from a traveling bag? That bag traveled a little extra, didn't it, in 1939? Also, one more thing here in 39, Mr. A.R. Freeman, associated with his sons Maxie Ray and Mally, has leased the newly erected service station at the corner of Race and Cherry Streets opposite the Cherry Lawn station. Will open a new Texaco station on Saturday. Through this paper next week, they are making a bid for a part of your patronage. As a businessman of ability, Mr. Freeman is well known, and the boys are chips off of the old block. If you like courteous, fair treatment under pleasant conditions, you will find it at this station. Big service station there, opening up in 1939. Corner of Race and Cherry. That was a busy corner at that time for sure, as it is today. Needed a service station there. Boy, that was a festive 1939, wasn't it, Sam?
It certainly was. Lots of interesting news tidbits there.
Let's wrap up 1949, okay? A Roseville pilot was hurt as a jet plane was forced down. First Lieutenant James Weaver, he's 26. He narrowly escaped death when his Marine Corps jet plane crashed near Millersburg, Indiana on Sunday. Weaver, who formerly lived near Roseville, suffered back injuries in the forest landing. According to the report of witnesses, the plane made a belly landing, skidded 400 feet in a plowed field, and then took off from a rise on the soar of 300 more feet through the air, and then hit a tree and slid another 150 feet. Crashed into another tree and broke up. Mr. Weaver was taken to an Evansville, Indiana hospital. He's the son of Mr. and Mrs. B.L. Weaver and the nephew of Miss Maud Williams of Glasgow. And I'd say he's lucky with all that description that he just got out with a hurt back. But sometimes you can be lucky in those deals. And I would say that First Lieutenant James Weaver was pretty lucky at that point, wouldn't you, Sam?
He was indeed. I would agree.
We got 1949 marriage licenses, too, here. Denny J. Morgan of Park City and Elaine Lyons of Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee. Roger R. Edwards and Rachel Lawrence of Smiths Grove. Willard M. Bunch and Edith Edwards of Glasgow Route 1. Malcolm Brown of Randolph and Lillian Beatty of Cave City Route 1. And H.P. Carter and Mary Ann Logston, both of Hardyville. The marriage licenses from the month of June, as reported here in the Republican from 1949. I think that wraps up. I think it does. Hold on here. One more page to make sure of. Yeah, that takes care of 1949 in my book. Do you agree with that?
I would agree.
We're done with 59, and we're done with 69. Let's see what we have here in 1979, Sam. This was the day, another one of the neat issues in the Glasgow Daily Times, Today's Bride. Guess who today's bride was in 1979? It was Mr. and Mrs. Ricky Allen Page. They were married on May the 27th of 1979. She is the former Debbie Harlow, and a very nice lady indeed, as Ricky Page is as well, and they were gracing the headlines in Today's Bride from 1979. Let's see. Also, I want to make sure. Yeah, I got that. Here we go. This is the other thing I want to tell you about. At the Twin City Drive-In in Horse Cave, an entertainment event destined to make motion picture history. Are you ready for this? Willie Nelson's 4th of July celebrations. Starring Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Leon Russell, Michael Murphy, and Doug Kershaw, R-rated. And what do you think about that? Well, those are all country music singers, or, well, not necessarily country music singers. Leon Russell can step out a little bit. Anyway, the movie was R-rated, also showing Murder and Lightning, starring David Carradine and Kate Jackson. That was PG-rated. So come over to the Twin City. Willie Nelson's 4th of July celebration, a little raucous there, maybe. I'm not familiar with that movie, but it's certainly one to maybe try to find and see what was the deal on that. And anyway, that was the Twin City Drive-In in Horse Cave. Also, this day in 1979, the softball champs were crowned. Minute Mart, first place, and Eaton's Axel, second place. A lot of great softball played around here over the years. And that was 1979. 1989, a few things to wrap up here. Coach Terry Flatt resigned as the head coach of the Glasgow High School Lady Scotties this day in 1989. This day in 89, Bill Stapleton was introduced as the new director at the Barron County Family YMCA. A ribbon cutting this day in 1989 was held for the opening of the new Western Auto Store in Southgate. This day in 1989, the Barron County School Board heard recommendations for the new middle school. Certainly lots of growth going on, and they wanted to be sure and report that from 1989. They also had a grand opening out at Scotty's Contracting and Stone Company in Glasgow, 2 miles east on Highway 90. In 1989. 1999, we've got Miss Whitney Wade this day, winning the Women's State Amateur Championship Friday. That was quite an exciting run that Miss Whitney Wade had in her young golf career, and the newspaper writer notes that this is the youngest champion in tour history. And I don't believe that's been trumped at all. She still holds that one, too, I believe, Sam, don't you?
I believe she does, and Glasgow has produced a number of outstanding female golfers over the years. We had Miss Wheeler a couple of days ago, back in 1959, and so it's a tradition in our community.
Yeah, and I remember when I was a kid, my dad was a friend with her dad, but it was a lady named Brenda High. Was an excellent female golfer as well. So that goes to added to what you're saying there too, Sam. 1999, this day, Mario Rincon was the Weldon Tennis Tournament champion. That's a tradition for you. This day in 1999, an advertisement for the Bread and Bagel Cafe, which is open now in the Festival Plaza Center, just up from Reno's. A lot of places that were mentioned that now aren't in the archives there, Sam. And I think we, as you say, we have had a very, very fascinating month of June in the archives today, don't you think?
I agree.
And like I say, you cheated. You looked ahead just to kind of see where we're going, which is probably something I should do more of, but nonetheless, it's really fascinating to share all these things each and every day with folks. And we thank the archivist Ray Green and Gail Berry and all the folks at the Cultural Center and our sponsor, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. And on Monday, we'll be jumping into July. And I know folks will come back and join us to kind of hear where we're starting off July. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. You too. Bye-bye. And the archives brought to you by Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is now better than ever because it's the deal with more variety than ever. With 8 different sandwiches to choose from, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. So choose a double stack, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or a grilled chicken go-wrap, or the junior bacon cheeseburger, or any of these others. Whatever you choose, you still get this much food, all for just $4. So try all 8 and pick your favorite, and taste what makes the new 4 for $4 deliciously different. Only at Wendy's.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community system.
Let me jump in here and tell you that Leela Maxey is having a birthday today. That is Leela Maxey celebrating. And today, by special request, it's William Green Day on the radio. If you happen to see William Green around town today, you pat him on the back. He's got a birthday tomorrow, by the way. So if you see William Green around, pat him on the back, tell him he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. And don't forget, next hour we'll be drawing out of the big hat over here. That's right here, ready to roll with names of folks who have been good as gold this week. Somebody out of that hat is going to win dinner at Little Taste of Texas, so be sure and hang on for that. Just before 7 o'clock, back with the forecast.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Don't forget, tomorrow the Hart County Bicentennial Committee is presenting a free concert of American music, 3 o'clock at the Way Church. Should be very enjoyable. Lots of participating groups. Local bluegrass, Allen Seminary Baptist Church Choir, the Woodsonville Baptist Church Choir, the Cavemen Chorus Barbershop Chorus. The pastor is Chris Curry. He'll present his program, Music Tells a Story from Slavery to Freedom. Should be really nice at the Way Church, and that is tomorrow. And then coming up on Tuesday, July the 2nd, celebrate America's birthday with the Louisville Orchestra. This is a special one indeed. In downtown Glasgow on the east side of the square in front of City Hall. It'll be at 7:30 on Tuesday night. The Louisville Orchestra will play patriotic music to honor the U.S., plus other music celebrations. The concert will last about 90 minutes. Attendees may bring chairs or blankets to sit on during the concert. Broadway the Clown is going to arrive about 5:30 to entertain children and adults prior to the concert. In addition to the restaurants and the local food vendors, attendees can bring their own picnic meal. Restrooms are located in the Barron County Administration Building on the north side of the square. Those will be open to the public. So it's always exciting and a whole lot going on in the neighborhood here for the 4th of July holiday season. Let's see how the forecast is going to cooperate. This weather update brought to you by South Central Bank.
Tired of sitting still? Get going with the bank that's going places, South Central Bank. The South Central Bank Green Tree Travel Club has a journey planned to always exciting Branson, Missouri. Check your calendar. It's October 23rd through the 27th. See Branson at its best. Enjoy the Snowboat Dinner Cruise, a train ride on the Branson Scenic Railway. Experience the Murder Mystery Dinner Show, Lambert's Cafe, and of course it wouldn't be Branson without experiencing the George Strait Dinner Show.
Write this down.
If you're a Green Tree Travel Club member, it's just $600. Non-members, $700. Better book your reservations. A trip like this in late October will fill up fast. Call 888-651-7466 to book it today. October 23rd through the 27th. Head to Branson with South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club. 888-651-7466. Member FDIC.
Limited rain opportunities today on into tonight. Seasonably hot temperatures. Now we will work in mostly sunny skies. Look for some early patchy fog. Stray shower thunderstorm could kick up some gusty winds and also some heavy rain. We'll run it up into the low 90s tonight. Slight chance for shower thunderstorm. Mostly clear, upper 60s. Tomorrow brings the sunshine. Afternoon high to the low 90s. Same story for our Sunday to finish out the weekend. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU. Your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. The barometer's at 3019, 99% humidity, and winds out of the northeast at about a couple of miles an hour. Just not much wind at all, nothing out there. Kind of still and quiet. As I said yesterday, we had 3/100ths of an inch of rain. The wind kind of got dark and the wind got up, but this time of the year, it makes you want to, double check all of that. Even though in the end there wasn't a whole lot to it, but it's just good to be aware of it while it's ramping up because you just don't know when it might go ahead and try to do a big huff and a puff and get through here. But we're at 66 degrees, 703 WCLU. Weather brought to you by your friends at South Central Bank. These are hot days for sure. Good day to Driveway Seal.
Every year, Glasgow Building Supply provides quality driveway sealer to Southern Kentucky homeowners at the best price. And the pallets of premier Blackjack brand sealer have arrived at Glasgow Building Supply. Get a jump on sealing now. Each bucket is coal tar free and covers up to 350 square feet. Easy to use for resealing driveways and parking lots. Blackjack Driveway Sealer. Talk to the pros today at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass. They've got what you need in stock now.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is the deal you can count on every day. No catch, no strings attached, just 4 items for $4. Hence the name, 4 for $4. Choose one of 8 great options like the double stack, spicy chicken wrap, or junior bacon cheeseburger. And you get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. A full meal for just $4? Only at Wendy's, baby. That's added value multiplied by tons of goodness. Because the 4 for $4 is what you need when you need it. So turn that car around and hit your nearest Wendy's today.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and small drink. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
Ours is a world that's in desperate need of a better understanding of Matthew chapter 7. So many people love to quote Matthew 7 verse 1, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." And most of the time they use this when their own sinful behavior has been pointed out. Should someone say, this action is sinful, that action is sinful, you must stop or you have to deal with God, they'll say, judge not, lest ye be judged. They need to drop down in Matthew 7 and read verse 21. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who's in heaven. Verse 22, on that day many will say, didn't we prophesy in your name? Verse 23, I'll say, I never knew you. Depart. This has been Bart Warren for South Green Street Church of Christ.
The auction specialists at Elmore Realty and Auction have a very attractive auction coming up this Saturday, just off of the Burkesville Road in Glasgow. It's 41 acres at 455 Keno Road that includes a beautiful 1.5-story custom-built home, a large pond, barn, and more. The home boasts 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms, spacious eat-in kitchen, living room with a fireplace, dining room, a den and office, and amenities like a large sunroom, detached 2-car garage and workshop. Equipment to be sold is a Ford 2000 tractor, a disc, rotary mower, and farm wagon. You can get more details online at elmoreauction.com. Selling for James Gerald's and Billy Sue Gerald's. It's Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at 455 Keno Road, just off of Highway 90 East. Signs are posted. It's the name you've grown to trust in Southern Kentucky since 1935. Elmore Realty and Auction. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer.
66 degrees for WCLU. I'm ready to give away a pizza. Are you ready to win one? It's that simple. All you have to do is call in and answer the question I'm about to ask, and somebody's going to win a delicious pizza from Little Caesars Pizza. Yes, and it's going to be your choice of a large sausage or a large pepperoni. Sometimes it's hard to choose. They're all good. Here we go with a question this morning. And you let me know. This is Friday Local Trivia Day. So according to the most recent edition of Forbes magazine, who is the wealthiest person in Kentucky? All right. Who can tell me? The latest Forbes magazine clearly tells us who the wealthiest person in Kentucky is. They just thought they knew. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Hello, Trivia.
Joe Kraft.
No, it wasn't Joe Kraft. Who is it? The wealthiest person in Kentucky? Trivia.
Would it be Coach Calipari?
No, that's not right. But he's doing okay. This person is more wealthy than the first 2 people mentioned. Who is the wealthiest person in Kentucky? Trivia. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. The money adds up. Somewhere I've got the total amount of expected wealth. Trivia.
Wayne Hughes.
No, not Wayne Hughes. Trivia. The wealthiest person in Kentucky is... Trivia. This is according to the most recent issue of Forbes magazine, where they rank, the richest person in every state. Whose is Kentucky's? Hello?
Matt Bevin.
No, it's not right. Who's the wealthiest person in Kentucky? As of the latest annual survey by Forbes magazine. 651-9149. Hello, Trivia.
Tomorrow, Gustafson.
That's right. And who's this speaking?
This is Sandy Gorin.
Hey, how you doing, Sandy?
Just woke up.
Okay. Well, that's what happens sometimes if you sleep in, but you hit that verb.
Exactly.
Tamara Gustafson. Now, somebody called in and said Wayne Hughes. Now, this is Wayne Hughes' daughter.
Oh, okay.
And here's the deal. This is, Wayne Hughes is he's just a wealthy guy. He is a horse trainer. But he actually started a self-storage company in California. The daughter, Tamara Gustafson, actually owns 11% of that business. But now the daughter actually lives in Lexington on Spendthrift Farms. So that makes her the resident up there at Spendthrift Farms. And with $5.96 billion...
Not bad.
She is the wealthiest person in Kentucky.
Wow.
And it's but her she owns 11% of this public storage, self-storage, 170 million square feet of storage space in the U.S. and Europe. And that was co-founded by her dad in 1972. He says, I'm going to breed horses, dear. Here's a $1 billion company. Run with it.
Wow.
And she lives there at Spendthrift Farm in Lexington, out on Ironworks Pike. And that qualifies her to be in the Forbes magazine. Check it out. Tamara Hughes Gustafson, the daughter of B. Wayne Hughes. The wealthiest.
I learned something this morning.
Yeah, that's right. The wealthiest person in Kentucky for sure. Don't know a thing in the world about her much. She's from my circles. Well, not really my circles, just from anything I read. I don't hear a whole lot about her, but she's apparently has a lot going on. All right, Sandy, glad you woke up on a good note here today. Okay.
Sure did.
We got a pizza coming for you. Okay.
Thank you. I'll stop by the station.
Okay. Bye.
Okay,
Sandy Gorn. It's Tamara Gustafson. Tamara Hughes Gustafson, the daughter of B. Wayne Hughes. She lives at Spendthrift Farm. She lives in Kentucky. I think her dad lives in California, maybe still. So she's the wealthiest person in Kentucky. If you didn't know that, something to talk about. So that wraps up the month of June from the standpoint of trivia. We'll reconvene on Monday.
CBS News Update. Differences on health care, immigration, and civil rights made for a fiery second Democratic debate in Miami.
I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools.
Kamala Harris taking Joe Biden to task on NBC last night over his remarks about working with segregationist senators in the Senate. Pete Buttigieg on his objections to Republican border policy.
For a party that associates itself with Christianity, to say that it is okay to suggest that God would smile on the division of families at the hands of federal agents.
Reporter Alexandra Jaffe.
One interesting moment that contrasts with the first debate was on immigration. The candidates all seemed in agreement on decriminalizing illegal border crossings, whereas that was a big debate between Julian Castro and Beto O'Rourke. So it suggests that the field is more unified on immigration than I think we realized before.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
66 degrees. Got to go talk to James Bailey, publicity chairman of the 65th Annual Barron County Fair. James, glad to have you on the radio this morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, doing great. How about you, Henry?
I'm doing real good, sir.
You sound good this morning.
Thank you. I want to hear all about last night at the Barron County Fair, sir.
Well, we had a little problem then, and it came a little shower,
Yeah.
And that it affected our mini rod and lawnmower pull. We got about in two good classes, and then they had to call it because of the track.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was a pretty good night. We had, as I go down the line here, we had about 10 cornhole teams in the tournament. In our Miss Barron County, our Barron County Fair, and Ms. and Mrs. Barron County Fair, we had 29 contestants.
Wow, that's really good, James.
And the result, Mrs. Modern Elite was Jennifer Graville. Mrs. Barron County Fair was Erica Light. These were the winners. Mrs. Barron County, Miss Barron County Fair was Christine Lawrence. Miss Barron County Fair, Jamie French, and Miss Barron County was Ann Benning Jones.
Wow.
So those were the winners, and they were all winners, of course, but those were the ones that came out with the top.
Yeah.
And that went really well. We had a good night, but the rain did hurt us. It hurt our attendance. But I don't know, Henry, if you do anything about that. You do the best you can. But everybody worked hard, and we had a lot of people there, but not as many as we'd anticipated.
Well, hopefully you can make up for that. We got a big night coming up tonight, and with it being a Friday night, I know that maybe we can rebound from that. You think, James?
Well, we historically have done real well when we have the KTPA, this big sanctioned truck and tractor pull that we have on Friday night. It's, of course, we start out this morning at 9 o'clock with a floor hall entrance.
Yes, sir.
And then at 5 this afternoon, we have the pedal pull. And then at 7, we have the KTPA truck and tractor pull, which is great. Now, the admission tonight will be $15. We have to do that because it costs so much to put on the pull.
Yes, sir. But it's money well spent.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And it'll be a great night. And we have, of course, the carnival's good. And it'll be going. And with the rides, for the admission, it takes care of the rides. You can come to the pool and then send the kids down to carnival. You'd be all right, you know.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
But you know, that's not going to be the end of it. So tomorrow, at 1 o'clock, we have a pet show. Of course, on Saturday, admission will be $10.
Yes, sir.
And at 6 o'clock tomorrow on Saturday, we have our Talent Classic preliminary. At 7 o'clock, we're going to have something we've never had before. It's a demolition derby.
That's a new thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be a big deal. And then also at 8 o'clock, we have a little karaoke. And at 9, we have our drawings for our raffle, 2 raffle drawings.
You going to do the karaoke?
No, I probably not. I have done that.
I know you have. Well, you know, you might get some requests to repeat.
I'd probably be too busy doing something else, you know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But there's going to be a lot going on, and it's going to be something for everybody. And I just hope people come out and support us. We've done so good so far. And everybody's working hard, and if we can just keep that rain off, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I think there's less of a chance of it today than there has been, so I'm hoping that it'll be a positive start to the weekend, James.
Yeah, we're hoping. You never know. Those pop-up showers happen, but, you know, you do the best you can, you know. We can't control that.
Yeah, that's right. And you got a lot of good folks working really hard.
Oh, yeah. We have folks, you know, it's not just Lions Club members. We have different people in the county that's helping us.
Sure.
And they do a tremendous job. And, of course, it starts out this morning at 9 o'clock with the floor hall interest.
Yes, sir.
We have a great floor hall.
Yes,
always do.
Always do.
They do
Yes,
a good job. Yeah, they do a great job. And to tell you something else, too, this won't be over tomorrow night because on the 11th and 12th we have cattle shows.
Yes, sir. And that's an important part of it, too.
Yeah, we have the youth sheep and goat and hog shows. We have beef and dairy cattle. One of the best shows in the state.
Yeah.
And on the 17th of August, we're going to have a nice horse show, which will be over the Cross Country Saddle Club over here in Haywood. And that'll be a great show, too.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
So it goes on and on and on.
Yeah, and I know you enjoy every minute of it because you've been so involved, not just as a producer and a person who grew up on a farm, but also teaching all these kids all these years in your position at Barron County High School.
And it's really rewarding that all the people that I see that I had it sometime as students.
Yeah.
And they've grown to be fine citizens, and that's so rewarding.
Yes, sir. It's got to be. And I appreciate you joining us today. And we'll do a little wrapping up, I guess, on Monday. And hope we have a good night tonight, a good day today, James. All right?
Okay. Good talk to you, Money. Thank you a lot, buddy.
Thank you. I'll see you later. James Bailey, Barron County Fair Publicity Chairman, with lots to publicize coming up this weekend.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902. I'm Jared Persley, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. Kentucky State Police is investigating an officer-involved shooting in Warren County. Police responded to the scene shortly after 10 a.m. yesterday. They say it was located near the 4000th block of Louisville Road in Bowling Green. According to police, a Warren County deputy jailer was supervising a work detail in the area when an unknown man approached the work detail. Bowling Green police assisted the deputy jailer after he asked for assistance due to the male's conduct and actions. When police arrived, the unknown person threw a large rock at the police cruiser. Police say he picked the rock up again and approached the deputy jailer, who fired one round from his handgun. Police say the man was not shot, but he ran to the edge of a bridge overpass and jumped to the ground below. The man was transported to the medical center in Bowling Green and was treated for minor injuries. Bowling Green police arrested and charged him with assault second degree, criminal mischief first degree, fleeing or evading police first degree on foot, wanton endangerment second degree police officer, disorderly conduct second degree, resisting arrest, public intoxication, and assault third degree police officer. Detectives with Post 3 continued their investigation into the shooting incident. Police did not provide the suspect's name. No further information is available for release at this time. The Warren County Sheriff's Office say deputies responded to a collision yesterday just before 6:30 a.m. Officials say the accident occurred at the intersection of Kentucky Highway 101 and Kentucky Highway 1297. Upon arrival, deputies found a 2010 Toyota truck driven by Charlene Thomas, 42 of Barron County, had been traveling on Highway 1297 and pulled out into the intersection in front of a 2003 Volkswagen driven by Carlos Gaddis, 42 of Allen County, who had been traveling down Highway 101. Gaddis was flown to Skyline Medical Center in Nashville with non-life-threatening injuries. Thomas was transported to the medical center. An investigation is ongoing. The Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch say they arrested a Pulaski County man Wednesday. Rex A. Doan, 34, was arrested on charges related to child sexual exploitation. Doan was arrested as the result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect communicating with a juvenile online, exchanging illegal files, and meeting the juvenile for illegal sexual acts. The investigation resulted in the execution of a knock-and-talk at a residence in Somerset on June 26th. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to KSP's forensic laboratory for examination. The investigation is ongoing. Doan is currently charged with one count of prohibited use of electronic communication system to procure a minor. The charge is a Class D felony punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison. Doan was lodged in the Pulaski County Detention Center. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was a fire yesterday morning around 11:27. Officials say the fire happened around 174 East Love Knob Road. The East Barron Fire Department, Highsville Fire Department, Glasgow Fire Department, and Barron Metcalf EMS responded. There was an accident with injury yesterday just after 7:30 p.m. The accident occurred near Tompkinsville Road and Roy Lee Humes Road. The Glasgow Police Department and Barron Metcalf EMS responded. And the Area Infrastructure Committee will meet in regular session on Monday at noon. The meeting is at the Department of Public Works conference room. The public is permitted to attend any public meeting, including this one. It's 7:25, 66 degrees. Stay tuned for the news you can depend on, WCLU.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation, and just in minutes I was more confident in it, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight. And had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I'd say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
The People's Bank is not just your local community bank. We are your hometown family bank. When you walk through our doors, I know you by name and you are treated like my family. So please come and see me, Sue Gentry, at the People's Bank, 1300 West Main Street here in Glasgow, and I will be glad to help you with all of your banking needs.
The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In more news this hour, an official says a Kentucky woman has fatally shot her younger sister. Pike County Deputy Coroner Zeb Hamilton told WKYT-TV that 16-year-old Gabrielle May McCoy died Wednesday night after a gunshot wound. Hamilton says she was accidentally shot by her 18-year-old sister at her home in the Kemper community. Kentucky State Police said in a statement that the shooting happened while the firearm was being examined. Police said an investigation continues, but no foul play is suspected and no charges have been filed. Kentucky's governor and attorney general have fired insults at each other for years. Soon they'll do it while facing off at the state's premier political event, the Fancy Farm Picnic. Mark Wilson organizes the political event and said on Thursday that Republican Governor Matt Bevin has confirmed he'll participate this year. Democrat Andy Beshear later tweeted that he'll attend, aiming his message at Bevin. Beshear wrote, quote, "See you there." Beshear, the state's attorney general, is challenging Bevin in the November election. Bevin is returning after skipping the last two Fancy Farm picnics. This year's picnic is set for August 3rd. The Western Kentucky event is the traditional start of the general election campaign season. The traditional features politicians trading insults on statewide television while enduring heckling from hundreds of partisans. A lawsuit challenging the use of Kentucky labor law to obtain the names of teachers who participated in sick-outs has been sent back to state court. U.S. District Judge Danny Reeves on Thursday returned the case to Franklin Circuit Court. The suit claims Governor Matt Bevin's administration unlawfully used labor law to seek the names and records of teachers. It stems from protests at Kentucky's capital that forced some schools to close. Attorney General Andy Beshear says he'll press the case to ensure no teacher is fined as a result of sickouts. Bashir is challenging Bevin in this year's gubernatorial election. The case was shifted to federal court after a filing by Labor Cabinet attorneys. The cabinet says it's disappointed with the latest ruling and says it expects a fair and impartial review in circuit court. And a Kentucky museum dedicated to the Corvette will soon have a new leader. The National Corvette Museum's Board of Directors has selected Sean Preston to serve as the museum's president and CEO. He will succeed the museum's longtime top executive, Wendell Strode, who announced his retirement last year. Preston has served as president of a nonprofit independent school in Oregon. Preston will assume full CEO duties on Monday at the museum. Museum officials say Strode will remain with the museum through January 3rd of next year. Officials say Preston is a Corvette enthusiast and has a 1954 Corvette and a 1972 Corvette in his car collection. We have 729 at 66 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
Chances are you have a wedding to go to this summer. It's just that time of the year and you have gifts to buy for the newlyweds. And you're wondering where to go to find the right gift. Let me tell you, the Empty Nest inside Pharmacy Express. The Empty Nest, now celebrating their 10th year in business in Glasgow, has a wide variety of things that both brides and grooms will love. To decorate their home, take on the honeymoon, or just a cute little accessory for her to enjoy. When it comes to gifts, think Empty Nest inside the Pharmacy Express in Glasgow.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Kentucky man already in jail for one sexual assault has been linked to a second. 37-year-old Thaddeus Artis was first arrested in April when his DNA was found on a newly tested sexual assault kit from 2011. Now the Attorney General's office says Artis's DNA was found on another sexual assault kit from 2014. He's currently being held in Hardin County. A southern Kentucky man is behind bars for attempting to meet up with a child for sex.
A Pulaski County man was arrested by state police on child sexual exploitation charges. 34-year-old Rex Doan of Somerset was allegedly talking to a juvenile online, swapping what police call illegal files and meeting the child for sex. KSP's electronic crime branch started investigating, and officers seized computers from Doan's house and took him to the Pulaski County Jail. I'm Jack Crumley.
A man is dead following an officer-involved shooting in Wolfe County. Kentucky State Police were issuing a search warrant at a home yesterday when they were confronted by a man with a gun. Officers fired shots and fatally hit the man. Henry Tolson lives nearby and tells WKYT.
I feel for the mother. You know, she goes through a lot. You know, she's going to have to be strong to get through this. And the one that done the shooting, you know, the law officer.
No troopers were injured in the shooting. It's not known if the man shot by police was the subject of their initial investigation. And a Kentucky museum dedicated to the Corvette will soon have a new leader. The National Corvette Museum's Board of Directors has selected Sean Preston as its new president and CEO. He will succeed the museum's longtime top executive, Wendell Strode, who announced his retirement last year. Preston, who has been serving as the principal of a nonprofit independent school in Oregon, will officially take over next January. I'm Haley Hansen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hi, it's Kevin Harvick. Join me this July as we celebrate 20 years of racing at Kentucky Speedway.
Give it up for Kevin Harvick. Down to the stripe by 36 thousandths of a second has won it.
Kentucky Speedway was the site of my first win in NASCAR competition, and that was really a turning point in my life and my career.
Join us for a NASCAR tripleheader July 11th through the 13th, featuring the Quaker State 400 presented by Walmart, under the lights Saturday night.
Hey, it's Kyle Busch. Better get your tickets now at KentuckySpeedway.com.
Don't fall for a threatening call that appears to be law enforcement. It's a scam. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO, Rihanna Smith Hamblin, has more.
Scam artists are calling local consumers using scare tactics to convince them that they have been linked to drug trafficking. The scammers threaten to freeze personal assets if personal information is not provided. Never give someone you don't know your personal information. Just hang up the phone. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by Key Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Summertime is vacation time. At Key 1 Hour Cleaners, we have our vacation scheduled from June 29th to July the 8th. We're telling you plenty early so you can plan for your dry cleaning needs to be met. Our customers are the reason why we've been open since 1988, and we don't want to inconvenience anyone. So get your dry cleaning into us as soon as possible. We'll be closed starting Saturday, June 29th, and reopening on Monday, July the 8th. And thank you for your business from the Catron family at Key 1 Hour Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Limited rain opportunities today on into tonight. Seasonably hot temperatures. Now we will work in mostly sunny skies. Look for some early patchy fog. Stray shower thunderstorm could kick up some gusty winds and also some heavy rain. We'll run it up into the low 90s tonight. Slight chance for shower thunderstorm. Mostly clear, upper 60s. Tomorrow brings the sunshine. Afternoon high to the low 90s. Same story for our Sunday to finish out the weekend. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU. Your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. 71 degrees this morning. We got about 0.03 of an inch of rain yesterday. Nothing that was a big problem, really, but like James Bailey said, just a little bit of rain can mess up some of the outdoor events, the track events and things like that at the fair, so I hope we can hold that off for today. 99% humidity and barometers at 3019. Weather brought to you by Key Cleaners, Happy Valley Road. If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in Southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is now better than ever because it's the deal with more variety than ever. With 8 different sandwiches to choose from, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. So choose a double stack, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or a grilled chicken go-wrap, or the junior bacon cheeseburger, or any of these others. Whatever you choose, you still get this much food, all for just $4. So try all 8 and pick your favorite. And taste what makes the new 4 for $4 deliciously different. Only at Wendy's.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Field trip or church group, get your Ralphie on.
Yeah, Ralphie's. His fun center is a fun place to go and have a big birthday get-together, maybe a family reunion. What about just a fun class reunion or class reunion meeting? They do it all at Ralphie's Fun Center. Let me get over here and tell you about some folks having birthdays today. Mr. Bill Newberry is 84 today. Cindy Eisenberg, happy birthday to you. Bob Clark, Leila Maxey. Jody Ford is 35. Melinda Sanders is 44. Donnie Jones with a birthday. Donna Hayes. Chase Armstrong is 32. William Alton Abston is 90. Willard Thompson Jr. is 69. Tucker Garrett is 7. Ruby Carver, Walker Moore. Jayla Walker is 8. Amber Walker with a birthday. Jeremy Thornton. Tammy Baxter with a birthday. 16th wedding anniversary today for Adam and Michelle Nunn. Now let's slip over here and look at Saturday. We know so far that Anna Edwards has a birthday tomorrow. So does Faye Landrum, William Green, Misha Hatfield. The anniversary tomorrow for Howard and Margie Simpson. Sunday, Kevin Werner, Denise Strader, Claudia Hatfield's going to be 33, and Edna Jones has a birthday Sunday. Terry Prophet celebrates on Sunday as well. And it's the anniversary of Marlon and Joyce Witcher. How is that? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. And don't forget, today we're patting on the back by special request, William Green. Yes, it's William Green Day. He's got a birthday tomorrow. Some folks wanted him good as gold, and that's easy to work out. We'll pat him on the back today and get him ready for tomorrow. From his friends here at WCLU, and a little taste of Texas. And I need to run in here. I haven't gotten to check in on Facebook Live and acknowledge a bunch of the folks that are tuned in this morning. Peggy Tuck Edwards says, good morning. It's a beautiful day out. Donita Brugden Runyon says, good morning, friends. Dale Copa says, have a blessed day. Also, we've got Chris Henderson saying good morning. It's 69 degrees, and she's also congratulating her mama, Sandy Gorin, for winning trivia today. Karen Small, Wanda Settle, Michelle Wheeler, Debbie Sue Phelps. Mayla Lyle has a birthday. Hold on, it's not a birthday. It's a notification I have right here on Facebook Live. Mayla Lyle. I hope I'm saying that name right. M-A-H-L-A-H, Mayla Lyle. And Renee Horton has is tuned in on Facebook Live today. Renee Horton. Eva Yates, Teresa Martin Curd, Ricky Wooten, Marcia Coy, Roberta Houchin, Joseph Garst, Debbie Smith, some of the folks who are tuned in on Facebook Live from all over the place here this morning. We're just kind of glad. We want to acknowledge when these folks are kind enough to check in. 20 minutes before the 8 o'clock hour and 71 degrees at WCLU. We have a little bit of tidbit news to share with you here just in a moment.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience that Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I live. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I'm at the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
The 65th Annual Barron County Fair is underway at the Temple Hill Fairgrounds. Talk about an action-packed week. All your favorites like unlimited carnival rides with paid admission, pageants for all different ages, the ever-popular KTPA truck and tractor pull, demo derby on Saturday night, the pet show, livestock events, floral hall, and so much more. The Temple Hill Lions Club is proud to have been a fair sponsor for 65 years. Don't miss a day of it.
Jeremy Coyd here, Associate Artistic Director for Theater Fest, the summer theater at Lindsey Wilson College. We are back with a hilarious comedy that you won't want to miss. Described by the International Herald Tribune as pure hilarity, black comedy will not disappoint. London Sunday Times says that this is one of the funniest and most brilliant short plays in the language. USA Today even says it is still possible to laugh yourself into a hernia watching black comedy. The play will run June 20th, 21st, 22nd, 27th, 28th, 29th at 7 p.m. and June 23rd and 30th at 2 p.m. in VP Henry Auditorium. Black comedy is presented in black box style, so you will need to reserve your seats by emailing brockr@lindsey.edu. For more information, visit www.theaterfest.org.
So as you can tell, that's about over with. It looks like tonight and tomorrow night, the end of black comedy. Sounds like a really neat thing at Lindsey Wilson. And you can go online and get your reservations there. I believe the address is brockr@lindseywilson.edu. But it's coming to a close here, looks like this weekend. All right, 7:44.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, it's Tidbit News, where we look for things that may not be the headlines, but, I don't know, just interesting things. Is that okay?
It's good with me.
All right. And Brendan Crane is going to join me for this edition just because interesting things. This story, sometimes it's the visuals that you don't see that you create that are just funny. This is one of them. Yesterday, a Google Maps error near a Colorado airport left more than 100 drivers seeking a detour stranded on a dirt road. Now, the drivers were headed to the Denver International Airport yesterday. They were diverted by Google Maps due to a crash on Pena Boulevard that led the app to offer a detour. In other words, Google Maps has this app that says, hey, there's a travel problem up here, but here's a way around it. Are you familiar with that app?
Yes.
I'm sure you are.
Yes.
I think you're familiar with all apps, aren't you?
Not all of them. There's a lot of apps.
So anyway, this Google Maps app rerouted people around this wreck over here, and the drivers were led down a dirt road. That dirt road turned into a muddy road due to recent rains, and the vehicles ended up, there were 100 cars stuck, lined up behind each other.
Have you seen the picture?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I haven't.
It's just like you would imagine. But it's strange. All these cars, really fell for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, once you see, 50 cars piled up, why add 50 more? So.
Just trusting Google Maps a little much there, you think?
That's right.
She said this one lady here, what was her name? Connie Monsees told CNN there were a bunch of other cars going down the dirt road too. So I said, I guess it's okay. Well, it was not okay. She said her all-wheel drive vehicle was able to make it through the mud and then ended up picking up a couple who were stranded, headed to the airport to catch flights. Google conceded the weather-related issues can sometimes cause the GPS directions to become unreliable. Says here we take many factors into account when determining driving routes, including the size of the road and this is a new word for me, the directness of the road. The company said in a statement, we always work to provide the best directions. Issues can arise. It's just a bunch of mealy-mouth excuses right there.
Exactly. Yep. Just the company.
That's right.
The company's PR.
What else can you say? Hey, it didn't work right, and,
Just, sorry.
Sometimes that's what happens. All right, story number 2. This is intriguing. I've never heard of this, but it's interesting the way it works out. There's a man over in Illinois who was fishing in Lake Michigan. He found something unusual about the steelhead trout that he reeled in. It was wearing a cursed wedding ring. Jim Nelligan said he was fishing with friends north of Waukegan on Friday when he reeled in a trout that had a wedding ring zip-tied around its tail.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Quote, immediately we thought, who would do that? I thought either a divorcee or somebody died, and it was their last wish or something like that. Well, news of Mr. Nelligan's catch reached up to Newaygo, Michigan. A resident there named Jason Rose revealed he was the one who attached the ring to the fish, and he set it free on May the 4th. Mr. Rose is a charter boat captain, said he became convinced the ring was bad luck after his divorce. 4 years went by since our divorce. I felt I needed to get rid of the ring, but I didn't want to just toss it to the bottom or pawn it or any of that kind of thing, so I released it the best way I know how. I am convinced that ring is cursed, Rose said. My life has been nothing less than great, though, since I released it. Mr. Rose said he doesn't want the ring back, and Mr. Nelligan said he also is eager to get rid of it because his boat has been having problems ever since he brought the fish on board.
So it's just got a bad omen there.
That's right. It's a cursed ring. Whichever guy owns it is having problems, it appears. I don't know what the trout thinks about it being tied to its tail, but
so get this thing off me.
That's right. A cursed ring. Anyway, hopefully things are turning around for them.
Yes.
And finally, one real quick story here. An appeals court up in Washington State says it is in harmony with a decision that pitted a piano teacher against a neighbor. Listen to this.
All right.
The appellate court says a lower court was right when it awarded the teacher $40,000 in a beef with her neighbor. It all started in 2012 when Jungi Kim Spicer increased the number of piano lessons that she gave. That struck a sour note with the lady's neighbor, whose name is Paul Patnode, who would park his diesel truck near Spicer's home, race the engine and the vehicle's alarm when students arrived. Miss Spicer sued, and a court granted her $40,000 for emotional distress. And the appellate court ruling supporting the ruling seals the deal. So $40,000 was the right amount for the distressed piano teacher, and the court agreed. That's kind of that's a little bit mean, you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, hey, you got people coming over for piano lessons. So, well, when you start, I'm going to rev this big Kenworth engine out here.
I can just hear it now. Just rumbling.
Yeah, and blowing the horn and everything else.
Why was he inspired to do that?
Well, I think he was just tired of so many people coming over to his neighborhood for piano lessons, which doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. But well, and the thing is, the lady has emotional distress now, so
amazing.
It is. So that's what we have in the way of tidbit news for today. We'll come back and do some more things on Monday. So we had a diesel truck interrupting piano lessons.
Yes.
A cursed wedding ring changing a couple of guys' luck. And
the Google Maps.
The Google Maps, what's the luck thing, too? Have a good weekend, everybody.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Good morning, friends. I hear a lot said in today's society about people having become more progressive and our society becoming more open-minded. Liberalism is touted as the so-called cure for all the supposed ills of conservatism. I'm not really sure how one should define either liberal or conservative. In fact, I'm not sure that those who use such labels can clearly define them either. But I do know this. The way of Jesus is the only way, his truth as revealed and lived by Jesus is the only truth, and the life of Jesus is the only hope of any society. If one is more lenient than Jesus, then that person or idea is wrong. If one is more restrictive than Jesus, then that individual or thought is wrong. So as far as progressive goes, one needs to be careful. It appears to me that much thinking and action has rushed so far ahead that it has left righteousness and common sense behind. Many of those who claim to be so open-minded may have become so open-minded that it seems that much of their brain may have fallen out. On the other hand, so much of what is called conservatism is in fact radical anger expressed by the spewing forth of venomous and mindless thinking. Brethren, friends, what are we doing? What we have now in so many cases is the blind leading the blind. This has been Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Listen for your chance to win 2 tickets to Holiday World and Splashin' Safari in Santa Claus, Indiana. Listen for the roller coaster splashing fun and be the correct caller and give us your best "I want to go to Holiday World," and we'll send you there for a day of good, clean summer fun. 1 winner per household per contest.
Hack Whitty, Marita Whitty Lyle, David Whitty, Becky Lyle, names that have been trusted in this community for quality auto repairs for 46 years. Names you can continue to trust for many years to come. At Whitty's Complete Car Care, they specialize in all your car repair needs, including brakes, tune-ups, and diagnostics. And you won't believe their amazing tire prices. If you're ever in need of towing or unlocking service, Jeff is ready and waiting 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Whitty's Complete Car Care on Rogers Road in Glasgow, 46 years and counting.
Wendy's 4 for 4 is the deal you can count on every day. No catch, no strings attached, just 4 items for $4. Hence the name, 4 for 4. Choose one of 8 great options like the double stack, spicy chicken wrap, or junior bacon cheeseburger. And you get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. A full meal for just $4? Only at Wendy's, baby. That's added value multiplied by tons of goodness. Because the 4 for 4 is what you need when you need it. So turn that car around and hit your nearest Wendy's today.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and small drink. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
7:54 at WCLU, 71 degrees. We're going to say goodbye to our Facebook friends because we're going to play a little music here, getting us to the top of the hour, and we don't want to get in trouble with Facebook, so come back real soon, and we'll enjoy being together.
This WCLU Weather Channel update brought to you by Apollo PC Glasgow.
Ugh, why is this thing so slow?
Is your slow computer frustrating, but you don't want to pay the money for a new one? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Chris from Apollo PC. Nothing runs better than a new computer. Our refurbished models are practically good as new. Right now, get a complete computer system with monitor, keyboard, mouse, and speakers running Windows 7 for only $300. Or if you prefer a laptop, we have fully refurbished models for only $250. And we wouldn't put the Apollo name on it if they weren't top-notch.
Search faster with Apollo PC. Chain Drive in Glasgow next to Sweetheart Bakery.
Limited rain opportunities today on into tonight. Seasonably hot temperatures. Stray shower thunderstorm could kick up some gusty winds. Also some heavy rain. We'll run it up into the low 90s tonight. Slight chance for shower thunderstorm. Mostly clear. Upper 60s. Tomorrow brings the sunshine. Afternoon high to the low 90s. Same story for our Sunday to finish out the weekend. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU. Your home for local.
It's 71 degrees at WCLU at 5 till 8 as we keep on trucking. On our way to piano lessons this morning.
Eastbound and down.